No, no, I'm not going to do a Vince impression. Fine. Hey Vince, listen, I think we should look out for the Young Bucks and Cody Rhodes. They're putting on a show in... Who? The Young Bucks and Cody Rhodes. Oh, the New Rockers! I should sue them for defamation of character. Those scoundrels. Vince, focus. Cody Rhodes is putting on a show in... Who? Cody Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes' son. Aha! The polka dot hillbilly! I remember now. Star sprinkles! One of my greatest ideas. Wouldn't you say, Trippy? Vince, it doesn't matter. They're putting on a show in September. September? That's the worst month to promote. They should have called me. We could have been buddies. I would have pushed them into a pool. Aren't I the best, Trips? Vince, you don't understand. They're putting on a show that could be a competition to us. Don't you think we should start to revamp production, put out better storylines? I don't see what we could do better. Haven't you seen my swerves? Brock beating Roman at Mania. I got the crowd that time. Oh, and Charlotte ending Asuka's defeated streak. Classic. That beast Baron Corbin, he... who the hell was that? Once this tweet was sent out, all hell broke loose in the world of professional wrestling. Rumors and arguments could be found on every dirt sheet, rumor mill, and podcast of what Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks were planning to do in 3 months' time. They're going to sell out Madison frickin' Square Garden! They're going to invade WWE just like DX did to WCW. It'll be great. CM freaking Punk. Oh wait, no, CM Punk isn't interested. But that's just what someone who's coming back would say. Soon enough, the Elite revealed that the show would be called All In and would take place in the Sears Center Arena on September 1st. Now, selling out an arena of over 10,000 people is incredibly hard, and many were rightfully doubting oh shit, they did it that quick? Crap, that's good for a t-shirt company. All joking aside, this was monumental for the wrestling industry. A non-WWE company was putting on a blockbuster event in America, and I honestly had no doubt, because just looking at the star power they had and the general hype surrounding the event, there was no way the wrestling community would allow this to fail. WWE had developed a reputation as the dark side of professional wrestling, where all good things must die at the hands of Vince McMahon. So to see a glimmer of hope, die-hard professional wrestling fans would immediately jump onto it and support it. The show itself blew away every expectation. The card consisted of SoCal Uncensored defeating the Briscoe brothers in a tag team match, Flip Gordon winning the 19-person over-the-budget Battle Royal. He eliminated Bully Ray last, which earned him the #1 contender spot for the ROH World Championship. Matt Cross defeated MJF in a singles match. Christopher Daniels, of course, defeated Stephen Amell in the celebrity match, better than expected. Tessa Blanchard defeated Dr. Britt Baker, Chelsea Green, and Madison Rayne in a 4-corner survival match. And you had Cody defeating Nick Aldis in a singles match for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Of course, a nod to Dusty Rhodes, his father, which was an emotional moment once he finally won the match. Hangman Page defeated Joey Janela in a Chicago street fight. Jay Lethal defeated Flip Gordon in a singles match to retain the ROH World Championship. And then you had Kenny Omega defeating Penta El Zero in a singles match, which in my opinion was match of the night. These two tore the house down. And Penta, despite not knowing how to speak English, he had the crowd in the palm of his hand. And Kenny Omega was his wrestling genius self as he always is. Then you had Kazuchika Okada versus Marty Scurll, which started off pretty slow. However, as Okada does, he pulls together a sequences of wrestling holds as able to just reinvigorate the match and bring it to a climax where Marty Scurll is able to use his character work to make it an amazing performance. Then you had the final match, which was kind of rushed due to time limit. You had the Golden Elite, Kota Ibushi, Matt Jackson, and Nick Jackson defeating Rey Fenix, Bandito, and Rey Mysterio in a 6-man tag team match, which was just full of spots all over the place. This show, as Cody said, was not anti-WWE. It was pro wrestling. It sent shockwaves throughout the entire wrestling industry and showed the power of the independent circuit and social media as a whole. It was a high bar, nothing less. But then, they did it again. Welcome to Double or Nothing. After All In's success and the announcement of AEW, Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks built up storylines and different signings through appearances at other indie wrestling promotions, and the YouTube series Being the Elite, along with their other series, The Road to Double or Nothing. Being AEW's inaugural pay-per-view, and basically the sequel to All In, they had a lot to live up to say the least. However, somehow, someway, those Bingo Hall legends managed to top it. The Double or Nothing card started off with Adam Page winning the 21-man Casino Battle Royal, which means he would face the winner of the main event for the AEW World Championship at All Out. Kip Sabian then defeated the Spanish God, Sammy Guevara, in a singles match. Look at him. He's perfect. Look at those abs. Oh my god. Have my kid Spanish God, Spanish hunk. Yes. SoCal Uncensored then defeated Strong Hearts in a 6-man tag team match. Dr. Britt Baker defeated Nyla Rose, Kylie Ray, and Awesome Kong in a fatal 4-way match. Then you had the Best Friends defeating Angelico and Jack Evans in a tag team match. Then you had, I'm sorry if I butchered your name, Hikaru Shida, Rio Rio defeated Aja Kong, Ima Sakura, and Yakuza Sasaki in a 6-woman tag team match. Dear God, I'm bad with names, aren't I? Then Cody defeated Dustin Rhodes in a singles match. This match was the prime example of storytelling in wrestling. Two brothers turned bitter enemies, beating the ever-loving crap out of each other. Cody was covered in Dustin's blood. He had Kool-Aid splattered all over the ring mat, and you could see the emotion in Cody's eyes throughout the entire match. It's a mix of hatred and regret and anger and sympathy all at once. He wants to end this, but at the same time, he wants to completely lash out more punishment. Dustin has a goal of proving he still has it in him, while establishing himself as a threat in his company. All this, and they still managed to hug each other at the end. It was a marvelous masterpiece. The Young Bucks then defeated the Lucha Bros in a tag team match for the AAA World Tag Team Championship. Holy shit. Goddamn, if a person was watching primarily WWE tag team wrestling for the entirety of their lives and then heard about this event and watched it, they would realize how elite, no pun intended, tag team wrestling outside of WWE was. SoCal Uncensored was beautiful in their tactics. The Best Friends know how to sell an entertaining gimmick. The Lucha Bros are more entertaining than that version of the club. And the Young Bucks know how to work a great match out of anybody they wrestle. This match showcased that. I never heard of the Lucha Brothers in action before this match, but after it, I found myself watching tons and tons of their work. Finally, in the main event, you had Chris Jericho defeating Kenny Omega in a singles match to face Adam Page for the AEW World Championship at All Out. How do you do it, Chris Jericho? Tell me how, despite 3 decades of non-stop wrestling reinvention, you still managed to be as relevant and impressive as a year prior. The relationship you had with Kevin Owens was the highlight of his Universal Championship run. The match you had with Kenny Omega was arguably the highlight of the show, and your role in AEW has been essential to their growth. All of this, and you still managed to make a character out of an inanimate object. Here's for you, Chris Jericho. A little bit of the holy shit, look behind you!
I don't think he's here to say thanks.
So now WWE had to listen, right? We need some more cooking! Oh god, I lost all faith in humanity. WWE was being stifled by poor booking choices and bad PR moves. WWE, as stated in the previous episode, had the most talented roster to date. But when it comes to a point where I'm tired of seeing AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura, worried about the Shield coming back together, and not convinced in any of Samoa Joe's promos anymore, actually, they're still type frightening. Not gonna lie. I still hear whispers of Wendy when I go to bed at night. But come on! I'm even tired of Sami Zayn at this stage. When it gets to this point, there's something genuinely wrong. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't want to completely trash WWE. NXT is still consistently outstanding and pumps out quality content week after week. NXT's takeover pay-per-views are better than most of AEW's pay-per-views in my opinion. Recently, The Fiend's character, despite a mishap here and there, has been mind-blowing and demonstrates what WWE's talent could do once given control. The Boneyard match was Undertaker's best WrestleMania match since 29 with CM Punk. Kofi Mania was the most heartfelt storyline put out on the entire WrestleMania card, and Becky Lynch, the man character, gives a breath of fresh air into the women's division with a level of stone cold badassery that hasn't been seen since the NXT boss version of Sasha Banks. In AEW, however, they get every damn thing near right. In AEW, the amount of wins and losses mean something. Bray Wyatt's losses do not automatically vanish after a certain period of time. AEW puts value on their titles and treats them with actual prestige. Chris Jericho has put his entire stock into this belt and it pays off. They're not going to give it away left and right to somebody who won't be on television for weeks on end. Disclaimer, I love you, Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar could smash a bucket of coal into my face so hard that when he takes the bucket out, there will be a heap of diamond with a mold of my face in it. Brock Lesnar is a big boy, and I love him for it. Watch the exchange between Broken Matt Hardy and Chris Jericho, and tell me that does not give off the same vibe of realism and fun. Or how about anytime Jon Moxley has an open mic to say whatever he feels? The ability for the wrestlers to mold their character into something they want it to be, without having anything forced down their throats, is a breath of fresh air to many of the wrestlers in the AEW locker room. However, if past experiences are anything to go by, we should never count out WWE. They've been through every up and down imaginable and in a way are too big to fail. They were able to defeat a giant in WCW that most importantly had history. They had legends and past successes to build off of, which is a bigger factor than most believe. It gives them credibility and a reputation that could rival WWE. To many old-timers, AEW is simply an edgy newcomer with too many flips and not enough fists. But come on, when you have Les Champions at the top of your roster, I think WWE has a long year ahead of them. God damn it, somebody bring out Roman now, quick!